Have you been wanting to create and sell your own digital resources? And then you start scrolling through Teachers Pay Teachers, wondering how in the world are these teachers making these amazing resources? Hi, my name is Naomi, and today we're going to create a professional and polished digital resource using Google Slides. This is the first video of a series where I'm going to recreate some of my favorite educational resources in Google Slides. And hopefully by the end of this series, you'll have the skills you need to start creating and selling your own digital resources. To get started, have a new Google Slide open, and we'll size it to 8.5 by 11 inches. We'll go to File, Page Setup, Custom, and it's 8.5 by 11 inches. Click Apply, close out templates, select and delete these boxes, and I like to close out my film strip. We can also give this a name. I'll just call it Practice, but you can name it whatever you want. We're going to start with the background elements first. These background elements would include the cut lines, the borders, the text and name sections, and the copyright, or even your website information. I'll go to the line tool, select the line, click and drag across the page, holding the shift key down. When you hold the shift key down, it keeps that line right in place. The line will already be selected, so we'll go up and recolor the line to black. The line weight is 1, and it will be dashed. The method I like to use to center the line onto the middle of the page is to select, right-click, Center on Page vertically. Another way you can do this is to use the red guidelines provided by Google Slides. When you move the objects up or down, you'll see these red lines. And when you see that horizontal red line, that means it's in the middle. I prefer using the right-click method rather than moving it up and down because sometimes when I release, I move my mouse and the line will pop out of place. Next, we'll create the border using the shape tools. Go up to the shape tool and select the rectangle. Start it about 1/2 inch down from the top. Click and drag to fill that space, leaving about 1/4 inch around, and just grab a handle and make those adjustments. By default, the box is gray, so we're going to change the fill color to transparent. The line color is black, and the border weight will be 3. To center the box into the middle of the page, select the box, right-click, and center on page horizontally. Now I'm going to add a dash border inside our rectangle. Select the rectangle, Control-C for copy, and then Control-V to paste. Another way you can do this is to select the rectangle, go to Edit Copy, and Edit Paste. Our new rectangle will have a border weight of 2, and it's going to be dashed. Let's grab this handle and drag it in to approximately the same distance as the top and the left-hand side. To center the two borders, we're going to click and drag over both, right-click, align horizontally to the center. While it's still selected, right-click, and then align vertically to the middle. To create the name and date section, select the text tool and click somewhere in the middle, and let's type out the word name. The font color will be black, the font style will be Oldenburg, and we'll go to 16 points. I'll reduce the size of that text box and drag it into place. To create the line, select the line tool, start it just below the colon, hold your shift key down, and drag to about the middle of the page. The line color will be black at 2 points. I always prefer to use the line tool and not the underscore because creating your own line gives you a lot more flexibility on line width, color, and placement. Now we'll create the date side. Select the name text box and the line, hold your Shift and Option key down together, and drag to the right. Holding the Shift key keeps the object in line, and the Option key makes that duplicate. Click and release, select the line, and drag the end to align with the border. Select the text box and let's change the text to date, and then we'll align to the right-hand side. Move it over and clean up that text box. Let's put in the worksheet's main title. We'll go to the text tool, click somewhere in the middle, and let's type the title. With the text box selected, we're going to color the font black. The font style is Lolita 1, and it will be 36 points. I'm going to center this and drag it into the top center of the worksheet. I'll use the red guidelines to ensure it's right in the center. Let's go back to the text tool and create the sentence that the students will be fixing. For this sentence, the font color will be black. The font style will be Poppins normal. I'll keep the font size at 18 points, but I want to increase the line spacing to 1.15, and I'll drag it into place. Now it's time to insert the graphics. I'm using graphics from Etsy, Free Pick, and the writing line clip art that I created. Please go ahead and pause this video and grab the writing lines clip art from the download link in the description box so you can continue to follow along. One of the many things I love about Google Slides is how easy it is to insert and resize graphics. You can just drag them directly from your computer onto the page. I'm going to grab the writing lines clip art and drag right onto the page. Then I'm going to get my second element, which is this mouse, and drag that right on. Select the writing lines clip art and drag it right below the sentence. And we just need to resize this down just a little bit. We'll need 3 of them. To create a duplicate, hold the Shift and Option key down together and drag straight down. Let's do that one more time because we'll want 3 of these. We want to resize these together, so let's hold the Shift key down, select all 3. As we drag down or across, they'll move together as a group. And I'll just drag it down just a bit so it fills the space. We'll get our mouse and put him in the bottom right-hand corner. I can see that the mouse is behind the writing lines. He has a white fill and the lines are in front. So I'm going to move him to the front. How you do that is select the object, right-click, go to Order, and move to the front. Now I want to give you a design tip. The mouse looks great just the way he is, but there's a little bit of white space on top and on his side. It'd be great if I could fill that space. I'm going to move him over and just make him a little bigger. Now he's filling this space and we just need to fix this bit where he's coming off the side. The object selected, go to the crop image tool and a border appears. Grab this handle and drag it in. And now our object's cropped out. I could see we need to move him over just a bit because he's on top of the dashed line. You can see it gets thinner and then thicker. We'll need to zoom in quite a bit to do this. I'm going to select and just move him in slightly. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks great. I love how he's cropped out. He's filled that white space and his body's on top of the lines. There's still plenty of room for the students to write. Let's see how this is looking. You want to give your top half design a really good once over because we're going to be copying this one to the bottom and this entire slide will be duplicating to create all of the other worksheets. Overall, I think it looks great and I don't have any changes. I'm going to click and drag over everything except the center cut line. Hold the Shift and Option key down together and drag it down to the bottom. Select the mouse and delete. And I'll zoom this up so you can see a little better. I'm going to select the 3 writing lines and the text and move these objects to the right. I'll be placing the new clip art on the left. I'm going to drag my clip art in for the bottom worksheet. I'll size it down and move him into the bottom left-hand side. Let's change this sentence. Now let's plug in the errors that the students need to fix. Now I want to talk about extra elements. I love using extra elements in my worksheets because I feel that these elements set my worksheets apart from the others that might be similar. It could be as simple as a call out, a graphic cheat sheet, or even a full rubric at the bottom. For this resource, I'm going to call out how many errors are in each sentence. Let's go to the Shape tool and select the shape that looks like a tab. Click and drag out the shape. The fill color will be white. The border color is black, and we'll go 2 points. To put the text inside, go to the text box, click somewhere on the slide, and we'll type in 4 errors. The font color will be black. Style is Poppins Normal at 14 points. We'll align it to the center, and I'm also going to align it to the center of the text box and drag it right into the box. Now I want to group these together. I'm going to click and drag over both objects, right-click, and group. Grouping the objects together is just easier to select and drag them around. I'll just move it to the bottom of each worksheet. I'll select the object, Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste, and drag it to the bottom worksheet. Now let's see if we have any changes to this worksheet. I feel like the font could be bigger, the bear could come over, and that looks great. To make duplicates of this slide, I'll need to open the film strip back up. And on the left-hand side, you'll see the slide. To make a duplicate, right-click and go to Duplicate Slide. Select Slide 2. Let's delete these 2 pieces of clip art. And now we just want to duplicate Slide 2. Select, right-click, Duplicate Slide. If you are making a print-ready resource for sale, you want to create somewhere between 8 and 12 pages. So duplicate as many pages as you plan to create. From there, continue to create additional worksheets by dragging in your new images, resizing them, and updating the sentence and the error text boxes. Thanks for tuning in to this Google Slides tutorial. I hope you learned something new and feel confident to create your own amazing educational resources. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel and lets me know you want more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.